Tuition Chat, and we're going to talk about the home, okay? So I was thinking about like TPs, I was thinking about different types of homes and what those things represent. I enjoy the make and model of a TP because it does represent the triangle, one of the three natural shapes or shapes found in nature. You have circles, hexagons, and triangles. And so with the home, we started thinking about like your stability, your fortress. It has a lot to do with how you are structured and you're built up. That is your foundation. Okay, that's a space where you're able to lay your head and be able to travel into the astral realm and feel protected, especially if your body isn't protected. You're not able to conduct the astral travel effectively, as well as just being uncomfortable overall. I always ask people like, "How did you rest? I hope sweet dreams. I hope you rest well," because the saying goes, "No rest for the wicked." Okay, so that whole thing plays into the entire picture when it comes to a house being a home. I mean, a home being a house being a home, your comfortability, who you are as a person, what you came here to do, your relationships, who you're laying your head next to. These things we have to take into consideration on both sides, the women and the men, having that understanding, that understanding of, hey, stability, this life is short, divine timing, divine purpose, guided footsteps. All these different things come into play when you think about your housing. And so, therefore, you need to start to think deeper when you're having these interactions with people. Because I know of a lot of guys that, some of them are, on the straight and narrow in a sense of having that understanding of what relationships really are. But prior to, they were just like ripping and running, like, oh yeah, with this girl, I'm with that one, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. However, they were having issues. They were having financial issues. They were having comfortability issues, imaging issues, just stability overall, because your foundation, your root is also your creativity, how you make money, how you maneuver in the world, how you see yourself. And so, therefore, you have to have a stable, nurturing, solid, again, stable, solid synonyms of your home, of your home. Okay, and so even with home, we think of like, I think of numerology, of what your address number adds up to and the energy of that space. Mine is actually a 3, which is union. It's, I like to host get-togethers. I haven't conducted one in a while because, once you find out you got a Judas, it's like, dang, okay, hold up. Reel that thing back. What happened? How did I miss the signs? What's going on? Okay. Um, so yeah, your home is sacred. It's your fortress. It's a place you're able to actually take off your armor. Okay. Now I'm specifically talking about guys. Women, we maneuver on this planet a lot differently. However, we do have to have a form of armor, and I like to think of that armor is specifically the Most High and that downloaded guidance, that intuition of being able to know, okay, if I go this way, it's a danger, it's a hazard, or maybe I should go in that direction. That's the protection that we have. So, therefore, it's very important that our kingdom spouse is able to protect us, okay? And that happens in the physical, that happens mentally, and that also happens in the spirit. In the spirit realm, your partner protects you, okay? So if you waking up and you feeling like you just fought a battle, you might be getting wop sop upside the top block. Thinking of pig Latin, I'm thinking of my one of my grandmothers through marriage. she liked to speak pig Latin, and that was that was her thing. But yeah, in spirit, like they fight for you, and spirit protects you in that realm. And again, that like you're thinking about your partner. Is your partner actually doing those things? Now, from coming from a woman, it's protections, provisions, and the enjoyment of life. That's really what you should be looking at. Because some people, they're looking at, they're misconstruing provisions for, you want to live in this 3D world. Like, you want to live in the world outside the garden. What are you doing? You're supposed to be returning to the garden. Women have more connection to that aspect, and that's not to say we got male farmers, we got all these types of things. However, that divine design, women are supposed to have that connection. And if you don't have that connection, your chakras are out of alignment, and so therefore you have to center yourself. And when you center yourself, it's about yourself and what you need to heal and what you need to develop so you can be a better person. So that energy can surge through those chakras and you can be a more whole and fulfilling individual. Okay. So the home is very important. There's some other things that I could talk on it, but I'm going to just leave it at that for now. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to Tuition Chat. I definitely want to start doing like some maybe podcast type of vibe and get their perspectives as well. However, I need to find a venue because space again. Actually, let me express a little bit. The energies you invite to your space are very important, and I was at a stage and phase of my life very recently, and I was just like, oh yeah, come to my place because I know I keep love and laughter and whatever you need, you can enjoy yourself. However, I had to realize because of that experience with the Judas, it's like, ooh, let me start to really check who I'm inviting into my space because these people are putting on a front. Yeah, you have to check because, there's all sorts of things that can be done that can impede on your protection, and your home is your fortress, okay? So we have to evaluate that. We can't operate in naivete because it's going to get you in some very sticky situations because there are people out here operating in survival. There are people that have left the garden, don't intend on returning, okay? That instead of going straight up to the Most High, having communion with the Most High and getting an understanding of your purpose and your mission, they're like, oh, I'm going to just pray to an angel. I'm going to just ask this angel for certain things. And fallen angels, they can grant bippity bop, bippity boo. They can give you a little bit and make it shine, make it feel good. But it doesn't last, especially when you start to impede on someone else's life, okay? And that's the only reason why sometimes that repercussion is slow, and it's not even slow. It's again divine timing because the Most High wants to see like, oh, you gonna change? I already know what you're gonna do, but I need for you to do enough to where when I smite thee. Lightning bolt, you ring-a-ling and you get it. Okay? That makes me think of when people, people probably still, whoop the children. And, there was a time I was getting a whooping. It's like, do you know why you're getting a whooping? I didn't know because it was just like, I didn't do nothing wrong. It was my associations. That's why I'm a lone wolf now. Okay? I have a handful of people now. My gatherings used to be decked out sometimes. No. I started to scale back and say, And which was an interesting experience, is that I was having these get-togethers. It was a nice amount of people showing up. It was, having a good time. I mean, by the time people got there, I was exhausted because I was cooking and preparing and doing all this stuff. However, I remember the very last get-together I had, I said a very intensive prayer about protecting my space. I should have said about the people too, and really been clear, because you have to be specific when you pray too, okay? Because it's, it's free will. The angels will intervene if the Most High is like, okay, go ahead, let's send you down there to do something. However, the prayers that I had seemed to have blocked people that would have shown up from showing up, and so I was like, ooh, I ain't gonna invite you again, because obviously you're not part of the team. So yeah, your home is very important when it comes to your protection, where you're laying your head, what you're investing in, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay? Because if you're operating in this vibration of, oh, it's just free, it's just willing, you're gonna lay down and you're gonna get up with something else. Okay? So we have to be aware of that for sure at all times. I just split this deck and wanted to see what was going on. So I was gonna stick to 3 cards. However, this 4th one is sticking out here. Let me just show you so you can, like, do you see what I see? And then this is when I broke the deck, right? King and Queen of Wands, 2 of Wands, and 3 of Cups. And so this really makes me think of, like, decision making, of who you're interacting with, who you're partying with, because it's ultimately you and your partner. That's it. Like, all these other connections, like, yeah, you have family, you have associations, you got work people, comma, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. However, when it all amalgamates, it's just you and your partner. And so therefore you have to secure that home life, okay? Lesson learned. I mean, y'all, I'm on this journey, this adventure as well. I'm not saying I'm a good thing. Like, I mean, I have some, friends that are just like, oh yeah, you got somebody you date. Yeah, I might be like, oh yeah, I'm dating, or maybe something a little bit, but it's going to be very hazy. It's going to be very surface. Baby, you're not going to know the person name. You're not going to know how I feel about them. I mean, you're going to know when I'm married, but other than that, like, I'm going to really retract back, like, fall back, because I express my desire for a particular person, and the daggone Judas thought that she was about to take a trip and be with him. Ain't that wild? Like, why you want something that I hold dear and I love? You won't even look in his way until I mention something, and you want to sit on what I'm gonna sit on. But baby, let me tell you like this. Let me hold back. Let me just... Oh, I was gonna say, but you ain't never made love to him. Let me think of JP, Jungle Pussy. She got a song called I'm in love with your nigga. I be hitting spliffs back to back with your nigga. But basically the song, like, well, you have to watch, she has a combination of some of her songs all on like a video strip, right? So different parts of her song is cut within that video, and it's literally her. I'm going to drop it below. It's a video of, like, back in the day, those dating sites where it's like a contestant and then their panel of who they're going on a date with and who they choose. And so it's a guy and it's a panel of 3 women, and one of the songs cuts into I'm in love with your nigga. I be hitting splits back to back with your nigga. Da da da. But the women are not even interested in the guy because they're like, you're dumb. You're dumb. You think this is about you. You're not even paying attention. You can't read. Like, just stuff like that. So not in the sense of like being with somebody else's man, because I definitely don't believe in that. If that's somebody's partner, oh, I'm back. I'm falling all the way back and off. Like there's the only time I've ever gotten caught up with something has been when the man has not expressed that that is what's going on. Gave me the impression, or even literally expressed, "Oh, I'm single. Oh, I ain't got nothing going on. I don't." Da, da, da. Had a whole family. So those are different cases. As far as me, my morals, values, and ethics, I ain't doing it. Because I do believe in divine partnerships. I do believe in divine timing. I do believe in divine repercussions for intercepting divine partnerships, kingdom spouses. Me don't want no problems, okay? And anyway, it's so many people on the planet. Like, why you want somebody else's? That's what blows me. Like, out of all these people, you just said, I want what you want. Let me go after it. Let me do whatever I can. But baby, it backfires. Confirmation. It backfires because that's not even your person. You don't even have a real interest of them. That energy is faulty and fake. And eventually that mask will fall off and that person will be disgusted with you. Disgusted. Okay? Anyway, on a lighter note, before I get off this thing, a house is not a home. Okay? So take that into account. Your comfortability, who you are as an individual, where you want to go in this life, all those things come into play when you're thinking about building your home. Okay? So I love y'all. Men and women, we got to do better when it comes to building that home and ensuring that we're not having those energies in and out because you're going to disturb the home when you get off track. Okay? Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your day.